Hello everyone, I am Brother Eds and I welcome each and every one of you to this new episode with Brother Eds. To talk about this beautiful material, beautiful book, and it's called The Call of the Earth by Llewellyn Vaughan. It is actually a material that I have used during my stint in the Institute for Conservative Life in Asia. And running through this book, there is a call, according to Vaughan, there is a call to action, and there's a need for us to respond, for each and every one of us to respond. Now, what are we talking about here? It says there that the cry of the world's soul, the anguish of the anima mundi as it feels its sacred substance being depleted, its life going out. Anima mundi, anima means soul, mundi is the world. Our present ecological crisis is calling to us, and it is for each of us to respond. According to Llewellyn V, we need to work to heal both the body and the soul of the world. But the question is, how do we respond to such a hidden crisis? How can we awaken from our dream of forgetfulness, of being indifferent? Do we really feel ourselves as part of this beautiful and suffering planet? Do we sense its need? Maybe it's time for us, for each and every one of us, to stop, to listen, so we then may hear the cry of the world and its call to us. According to Reverend Father Samuel Canila, one of my great professor in ICLA, aside from Dr. Tessa Rosana. Furthermore, our fraternal interconnectedness should open our eyes to the fact that the cry of the earth and the cry of the poor are intrinsically linked. Maybe what he's trying to tell us is that we are missing the point if we are focused so much on the need of the poor and we neglect the need of the earth, nakakalbo na yung mga bundok. Or we are missing the point if we are so much focused on nature but we are not helping our brethren. So it is intrinsically linked. There's a call and there's a need for us to respond to the needs of both the people and the nature. As mentioned a while ago, there's a need for us to respond. There's a need for us to take action that comes from a reconnection with the sacred. There are so many ways to reconnect. First, to recognize what is happening. We do not deny it. We face it. We confront it. Recognize what is happening around us. We need to relearn the wisdom of listening to life, feeling its heartbeat, sensing its soul. But first, there is a pressing need to reconnect matter and spirit. All of life is sacred, every breath and every stone. Awkward. This is one of the great secrets of oneness, that everything is included. Within our heart and soul, we can reconnect with our primal knowing that divine is present in everything. He is present in everything. The trees, the birds, the chirping of the birds, the waves of the waves in the sea, the wind that lingers. He's there. He's everywhere. In our hearts, sa ating mga nakakasalubong every day. Did you know that nature responds when you're sad, when you're not feeling well, or you're having a headache? You go out of the house and run through the trees. After a while, you notice that you feel better. Same with what is happening to our nature. I-try mo magtanim, magdilig, maya-maya pa, may tutubo na. Yung tinanim mo, namumulaklak. Yung tinanim mo, namumunga. So, nature responds. Nagre-respond siya kasi meron siyang feeling, kagaya natin lahat. We cannot return to the simplicity, of course. No? We can no longer go back to who we are. No? We cannot return to the simplicity of indigenous lifestyle. But we can become aware that what we do and how we are as an individual affects the global environment, both outer and inner. We can learn how to live in a more sustainable way, not to be drawn into unnecessary materialism. Work to heal the spiritual imbalance in the world. Brothers and sisters, indeed, there are a lot of works to be done. Within our hearts and souls, the foundational work of healing the soul of the world, of replenishing the spiritual substance of creation, of bringing the healing power of divine love and remembrance where it is most needed. Again, according to Father Samuel, care for our common home as a work of mercy has a global dimension. It has its basis in our interconnectedness, on the basis of which we can speak of universal fraternity through more as a dream than as a fact at present. Universal fraternity means that we must recognize that we need one another and that we have a shared responsibility for others and the world. In this perspective, care for the natural world is part of a lifestyle which includes the capacity for living together for the community. We must work not only hand in hand, but shoulder to shoulder. Ganun ka-close. Again, this is Vaughan-lee, one of the best authors that I have. Not necessarily met kasi hindi ko naman siya nakita, pero magaganda yung mga material niya. So, again, the crisis we face now is dire. But it is also an opportunity for all of us, for humanity, to reclaim its role as guardian of the planet. Again, the crisis we face now is dire, but it is also an opportunity to take responsibility for the wonder mystery of the living second world. As a corporal work of mercy, care for our common home requires simple daily gestures which break the logic of violence, exploitation, selfishness, and makes itself felt in every action that seeks to build a better world. That is from one of the books of Reverend Father Samuel Canila. That would be all for today, and that would be all for, I was just giving you an excerpt of The Call of the Earth by Llewellyn Vaughan. I hope you enjoyed what I have shared, and along the course, pag-uusapan natin, pag-chismisan natin how we're going to respond to the call of the earth. That would be all for now. If you have questions, if you have suggestions, if you have comments, write down below. If you like this video, i-like natin and then subscribe. Bye!